exchange.
This was fun. This is just a quick one. This is coming from Kron. It's been trending for a couple days, but I just thought it'd be fun to talk about. Do you have anything from Greta? You can find something from Greta while I read this headline here. This is coming from Kron.com. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott labeled climate criminals after posting photo of private jets. Now, this also kind of changed the story a little bit, but let's get into it. Social media and reality star Kylie Jenner and her boyfriend Travis Scott are facing backlash for climate crimes. Climate crimes. Following a recent Instagram post showcasing their private jets. The makeup mogul shared a black and white photo captioned, "Do you want to take mine or yours?" showing the couple embracing on an airport tarmac near their respective private jets. Their 4-year-old daughter, Stormy Webster, this is a funny name, Stormy Webster, was also pictured in the photo, as well as a Rolls Royce. Some followers have deemed the photos goals, including members of Jenner's family. Her mother, Kris Jenner, wrote, decisions. Some, however, criticized Jenner and Scott in the comments for flaunting the couple's his and her private jets. And then they take some of the comments, people mad that they're got jets, I guess. The derision carried over to Twitter, where the user Emily Murname shared screenshots of a recent flight made by Jenner's plane that was logged by Celeb Jets, a bot account that tracks and tweets celebrity private air travel. Ooh, that's a problematic bot.
The celebrities are here for the social surveillance apparatus, the public surveillance apparatus to practice their surveillance compliance.
Departing from Camarillo, California, and arriving in Van Nuys, California, the flight has an estimated car travel time of 42 minutes, according to MapQuest's route planner tool. They went to MapQuest for this. One Twitter user, so it was a 42-minute drive, but Kylie Jenner's jet took off from Camarillo, California, U.S., going to Van Nuys, California, U.S., arriving in 3 minutes. They took a 3-minute jet ride to avoid a 42-minute drive.
Hey, you know what? If you can pay for it, more power to you, Kylie.
You gotta, once you live in the LA area for long enough, it makes sense why. Sometimes you just don't have the emotional bandwidth to get from Camarillo to Van Nuys in 42 minutes.
Yeah, it says 42 minutes on the computer, but in actuality, it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
If it's rush hour, you're looking at 3 hours easy.
I was watching an interview with Floyd Mayweather, boxer extraordinaire.
Indeed.
And they're kind of talking about private jets and, travel and how difficult it is. You got to get online, buy a ticket and da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, oh, I don't do any of that. I just call my guy up.
Yeah.
I'm like, what was that about? And so he literally got his phone out and scheduled, 2 or 3 flights with his private jet guy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a whole nother level of life. I guess most people don't get to live like that.
There was a time in my life where I was getting ads for a service. It was basically like an Uber, but for private jets.
Oh, good.
And seemed surprisingly, not affordable. I don't know why I was getting this advertisement. I could never have afforded it, and had no reason to. But it caught my eye. I went in, I looked at it. It's like a $3,000 a month membership fee. And you get to just take private jets all over the place. It's like a Uber, but it's like a membership Uber private jet thing. So some people are really into it. Now, have I ever in my life had $3,000 extra dollars in a month?
No. Pay for that?
This was an unfortunate ad by whoever paid to advertise this to me. But it was really interesting. They're trying to give access to private jets to the regular working man. Right. The regular working man who has $3,000 at the end of the month and lots of travel needs.
Hey, yeah, something got caught up. Maybe you looked up Lambos or something and they're like, this dude.
Yeah, who
this
knows?
dude's rich
Who
right
knows?
here. He's
It was a
looking
bad ad buy, no matter what it was.
Yeah.
But
So,
okay,
climate
so we're
criminals.
going to climate crimes. Yes. You got anything from Greta? We got to have a climate change.
Build back better. Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, there. This is a how dare you for sure.
How dare you?
There it is. How dare you, climate criminals? I think it's ironic. I think this is very ironic because, of course, the Davos, the what was the other one? The climate accords,
Oh, yeah,
where
climate
everybody's
accord.
taking their private jets. You got Leonardo DiCaprio doing his climate jet, his climate
His
jets,
speech.
his whole thing, his private jets.
Good
But
looking fella.
this term climate criminals, good looking fella, he says. Climate criminals, man. I think we're going to hear this more often. I hope we hear this more often. Honestly.
Yeah, but also no, I don't want to be labeled a climate criminal. I see what
Gons,
they're doing here.
Do you know how rich you have to be labeled a climate criminal?
Oh, it's a trickle down effect, man. They start with Kylie Jenner. Anything the Jenners, they popularize it. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to radicalize the rest of the public here and, be falsely labeled climate criminals. And you're going to have a bunch of Kylie Jenner fans, throwing it back to the government.
How dare you?
How dare you, government? Label us.
It's
climate
interesting
criminals.
because right now you can't arrest somebody for being a climate criminal, but you could definitely see a world in the not so distant future where, they would actually get fined for this or something,
Well, can they get canceled?
Probably
This
not
is a good, not jailed, probably. Well, you never know, but it's interesting to see what kind of, I haven't looked. I don't know. What is the sentiment here? Are they supporting or are they all anti Kylie and Travis? Is this like
the
the general public? Yeah, the internet.
I think you got to be. I think it's mostly against.
Okay,
I think people are kind of
because it does feel like a moment in time right now where the pendulum is swinging the other way. There's a lot of people being okay with criticizing celebrities and whatever.
Yeah, the pendulum. I think maybe what you might be trying to articulate is. It's the loyalty
to
celebrities.
Yeah, it's
is now being trumped by the loyalty to climate change activism.
Oh, sure, yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is it's kind of like a cancel culture 2.0 almost.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Which is a little bit more, it's like they're trying to refine cancel culture a little bit more than just like, you said a mean thing. It's like, no, the life you are living is killing us in their opinion. Yeah.
Which is it is interesting though, because, bling, flash, opulent culture was so popular for, the rise of hip hop and all that stuff. And it's almost like they were being brought up so they can be all torn down, It's
kind of a rebellion. And I'll give Gen Z the cred for this because Gen Z really does. They are a complicated species, man. These these Gen Zers.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, their obsession with 90s culture is so endearing. But because even in this article, they start out by lambasting Kylie and Travis here for posting a picture on Instagram with their 2 private jets and like, decisions, which jet should we take? But then, and they already were like, okay, all right, guys, we get it. You're celebrities. We get it. And then to learn that they took a 3-minute jet drive, they're like, hey, wait a second. This isn't goals. This is horrible. And you got to give the Gen Zs some credit for that because, in the depths of hipster culture, I'm not sure we would have had the mind to separate those 2 realities out and respond to them just separately.
Sure,
he says.
Sure.
All right. Well, that's all I got.